You know, when I saw my president last night says that we have to try to live within our means. And I wondered, is Mr. President telling us that those of us who cannot afford to access Nairobi Hospital for medication, we try and adjust and just live with our problems?
Exactly.
Is Mr. President telling us that those of us who cannot be able to get to a nice maternity facility, a private operated maternity facility, then we continue getting our babies as women on the floor of public hospitals? Is Mr. President trying to tell us that those children who did not get to Form 1, because the Form 1 transition this year has been the lowest at 90.046%, weighed up down from 99%, almost 100% last year. Is Mr. President trying to tell us that now we continue languishing in agony and pain just because there's no money? What is our priority? Is it affordable housing or is it our medication? Is it our dying cancer patients or is it affordable housing? That is why I had to wake up at 4 a.m. I live in Kiambu County. I had to struggle with that traffic to come here and let the nation hear me. That our priorities are wrong and we must go back to the drawing board. The many Haas vehicles I am registering on Thika Road every morning, especially from tomorrow, because people in Mount Kenya region bury their loved ones on Tuesdays and Fridays. If you go to Thika Road tomorrow morning, near KU Mortuary, the morgue, near KU Hospital Mortuary, the morgue, near Mokoe Hospital, the morgue, you will be shocked the many vehicles that are now increasingly appearing to collect their loved ones. The scenarios that are happening right now at our morgues or around our morgues are the scenarios and the scenes that we witnessed during COVID. It cannot be business as usual. And it will not be business as usual. And we are not going to sit as members of parliament, those of us that have conscience, to see those kind of scenes come back. It will haunt us today and for future, it will. We must call a spade, Eric. President's advisors who are telling him that the economy cannot support and cannot absorb the needs of our doctors are wrong. And telling the president that doctors and Kenyans have to start adjusting to live within our means. It is not within our means to construct affordable houses when we cannot afford to take our loved ones to Form 1. And for your information, Kenya Kwanza government has failed to provide the right to basic education to our Form 1 students who graduated from Class 8 last year. When Kenya Kwanza government came in, we were enjoying 100% transitions from Class 8 to Form 1. As we speak, 854,000 children did not report for Form 1. I heard the CS of health saying we are politicizing matters doctors strike. Let's put doctors aside. Are we politicizing the schools?
Why are these children not in school?
Where are these children? Why are they not in school? It is because the government has failed to make sure that they are bound with the policy that Kenya Kwanza found in place.
Why?
These 851 candidates are either now grazing animals, working as housemaids, or loitering in the street.
Because we said that there's something that must be paid for them to be able to attend school, and that's something they cannot afford. Are we talking about affordability now?
Yes.
Of these school fees that you are required to pay? Because there is a little bit of something that you must bring.
Number two, forget about even the money that the parents are supposed to pay as the children get to Form 1. Let's talk about capitation. As we speak, the Kenya Kwanza government has failed. And you know, when I speak like this, people say, oh, she's part of Kenya Kwanza government and she's now talking against the Kenya Kwanza government. I'm not talking about against the Kenya Kwanza government. I'm talking about the people who made that Kenya Kwanza government. are the people who are suffering.
Where are we on capitation?
The whole of 2023, the government of Kenya did not submit the 100% money for capitation. And I'll break for you down. Can I?
Yes, please.
First term 2023, schools were supposed to get each child 11,122 per child. The government, through the circular that was dated on 26 January 2023 by PS Belio Kipsang, the government released 3,706. Can you do your maths? They were supposed to release 11,122. They released only 3,706. What was the balance?
About 7,400.
And the government also retained 707 shillings per child, money that was supposed to be for NHIF, what we call Edu-Afya.
Yep.
Yes.
So the deficit for first term 2023 was 6,709. Second term, the government was supposed to release 6,673 through a circular that was dated 14th June 2023 by Belio Kipsang, the PS. The government released 3,381 and retained 768 shillings per child for Edu-Afya. Deficit for second term was 2,524. Third term 2023, the government was supposed to release 4,449 shillings per child. Through a circular dated 25th September 2023 by Belio Kipsang, the PS, the government released only 2,512 and retained 815 shillings for Edu-Afya per child. Deficit for third term was 1,122 per child. So the total deficit for the year 2023 that Kenya Kwanza did not remit, it is 10,355
Per child.
per child. So the total amount of money that Kenya Kwanza is expected to have released was 82 billion 888,723,744 shillings. What they received was 43,874,000,000. So where is 38,213,843,480 shillings? This money was in the budget.
So where
Where
is it?
did this money go? That is why Team Ground is coming together to ask these critical questions.
Very good.
So as we speak, the children who have not been able to access to Form 1, the ones I'm talking about, 138,000 children, cannot even be accommodated on credit in schools because already these schools are debt-ridden.
And that was money for last year. Can I just...
So as we speak right now, that is now last year.
That's last year.
We already have deficit of how much?
38 billion.
38 billion 213,843,480 shillings. Now let's come to 2024. We are talking about 4.2 million children under the Ministry of Education. Term 1, 2023. The schools were supposed to get 11,122 per child. Circular dated 17th January 2024 by Belio Kipsang released 7,754 per child. The government retained 565 shillings for Edu-Afya.
But Edu-Afya now is dead.
Completely. Deficit for Form 1. Each child is owed by the government.
Term 1.
Term 1, 2,803. Therefore, the money for first term this year has gone to fill the deficit of last year. So as we speak right now, the capitation money that was sent to schools last week, but one, is not for second term. It's supposed to be taking care of the debts.
For third term,
Previous
second
debts.
term. And
But Belio Kipsang was very, very smart. He indicated in that circular that that money must only be used during second term, which is now coming next month. That is to mean he doesn't want teachers to use that money to pay debts.
This is Legrand. From